Ah, novamente o navio da Beidou. Bom, agora eu tenho ajustar rapidamente a equipe, porque eu tenho a minha equipe dos puzzles para solucionar, como é que diz, quebra-cabeças. Como eu tenho a Mona nela, vamos de Mona para ver como é que eu atravesso a água. Minha Mona tá level bem baixo. Pô, eu pensei que ela podia fazer atravessar a água. Era a Mona mesmo ou era outro personagem? Que a Mona tá nadando de uma maneira muito normal. Ou será que tem que ser antes de pular? Ou dentro da água ela não faz isso? Eu jurava que a Mona na água fazia uma coisa diferente. Essa Mona tá nadando normalmente. Ah, tem que ser antes de entrar. Mas mesmo assim minha estamina. Caramba. Vamos voltar rapidinho, vamos fazer direito, né? Se bem que eu acho que ela gasta muita estamina fazendo isso. Talvez seja melhor eu nadar mesmo com a minha equipe normal. Minha Mona ainda tá no nível muito baixo. Não sei se isso é o que interfere, mas vamos tentar chegar lá. Prontinho, chegamos. Oh meu Deus, vou ficar preso logo aqui.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
É uma honra estar a bordo.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Olha quem tá ali. Convencido.
Ih, nojento!
E a Peitu. Oh, Beidou. Depois de enfrentar a tempestade furiosa, o álcool finalmente chega ao porto. Eu pensei que a gente ia ver essa tempestade. Eu jurava que a gente ia ver isso.
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay.
Eu acho que eles não quiseram animar a tempestade, viu? Porque eu tava jurando que eles iam passar por essa tempestade na missão e eu não vi nada da tempestade.
Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Olá, Toma.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Tenho essa confiança.
Fair seas, Captain Beidou. Bye-bye.
Tchau, Capitão Peito. Oh, Beito.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried.
Tá dando algum
So we
problema
have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
na taxa de quadros. Não sei se vocês estão conseguindo perceber isso, mas deu um probleminha na taxa de quadros aqui. Bom, como eu estava avisando vocês, a minha placa de vídeo ela me deu um susto recentemente. Então, espero que isso não comprometa totalmente as streams, nem as próximas streams. Que infelizmente eu não tô com condições financeiras, vamos dizer assim, de pegar uma nova placa de vídeo. Então eu espero que ela sobreviva, pelo menos durante um mês ou um pouco mais, nas próximas streams. E seja bem-vindo, Irandraumer. Agora eu estou um pouco nervoso. Opa, já tem um artefatozinho aqui. Será que dá pra marcar? Opa, muito obrigado, Mirfeld. Muito obrigado pela sua doação. Tudo ok. Para quem não sabe, essa foi uma doação teste. Só para ver mesmo se as donates estavam funcionando como deveriam. Como vocês puderam ver, elas estão funcionando. Então, quem quiser fazer, quem quiser contribuir, fiquem à vontade. Vou também ver se tem alguma forma de vocês fazerem donate. Quem não quiser que o nome apareça, né? Quem quiser fazer uma donate secreta, vamos dizer assim, tiver um pouquinho mais de privacidade, eu também vou ver se eu consigo fazer algo assim. Mas as donates que aparecem na stream já estão ativadas. Como vocês podem ver, ó, não tinha feito nada ainda de Inazuma. Essa é toda a área de Inazuma, toda inexplorada ainda. Aqui é o restante do mapa. Vamos ver o que é que tem aqui primeiro, dentro dessas coisas, porque elas estão muito atrativas. Opa, mais artefato. Isso é importante. Prontinho, mais um. Principalmente na hora de upar as armas. Saber onde estão esses artefatos é sempre bom. Minha placa de vida, para quem possa estar se perguntando, eu atualizei ela recentemente. Não sei se essa atualização piorou, mas enfim, como eu havia dizendo, espero que ela sobreviva.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
Eu só tô aqui pra procurar pela minha irmã. Você viu ela por aí? Chamam ela de princesa. Ela tá liderando só minha irmãzinha. Eu tô procurando minha irmãzinha.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Seja bem-vindo ou não temos muita escolha.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Opa, mais um livrinho. Melão de lavanda, item novo. Ah, samurai. Você vai me dar alguma coisa? O que foi? Algo que eu possa ajudá-lo? Você pode me dizer mais sobre Ritou? Ritou inteiro está totalmente sob a jurisdição da Comissão Kanjo. Enquanto o decreto Sakoku estiver em vigor, um forasteiro como você deve ter sua identidade verificada e itinerário registrado, independentemente de quando você está entrando, saindo ou ficando. Não diga que não te avisei. Se você for rude com a senhorita Kageyama, quero dizer, a inspetora, você será deportado imediatamente. Você poderia me falar mais sobre o decreto Sakoku? O que mais você precisa saber? Já que é a decisão da nossa toda-poderosa Shogun, muitas considerações cuidadosas devem ter sido feitas. Não é um assunto para pessoas como nós discutirmos, muito menos forasteiros como você. Tá, vai, grosso. Ah, o que foi? Tá querendo falar comigo de novo? Você pode me dizer mais sobre Ritou? Ah, é a mesma coisa. Quem é essa senhorita Kageyama? Você nem sabe quem é a senhorita Kageyama? Acho que você não deveria estar em Ritou. A senhorita Kageyama é a inspetora da Agência de Assuntos Externos, responsável pelas autorizações de entrada de forasteiros como você. Se você ainda deseja permanecer em Inazuma... Minha garganta.
E eu vou falar sobre dor de garganta. Como resolver de forma fácil e barata esse problema.
É melhor você preparar esses documentos e presentes antes de visitar a inspetora. É, e eu não ganhei nada dele.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency, both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
É,
That's right.
eu
1 million per applicant,
tem uma pessoa
which
que...
makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
É, assim, lá em Mondstadt tem uma menina, o sobrenome dela é Musk. Eu sou amigo dela, então, assim, por que você não fala com ela?
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Ah, então eu creio que seja só pra mim mesmo. E eu percebi que é na hora que alguma mensagem nova aparece no chat. É como se o chat estivesse carregando um pouco o jogo. Eu não sei por que tá acontecendo isso. Talvez seja a minha internet, pode ser que seja isso. Pode ser que a internet hoje não esteja melhorzinha. Ou não esteja muito boa. Pode ter muita gente aqui em casa utilizando, talvez. Enfim, vamos continuar.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
O pedido de permanência processado sem problemas.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
Parece até que são brasileiros.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
E ninguém se revolta?
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Esse Shogun Raiden parece mais distante do que nunca.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
Bom, eu tenho que arranjar jeito.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought!
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too!
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora.
Aí, ó, tá travando pra mim. Não sei pra vocês na stream, mas pra mim, aí, tá vendo? O jogo saiu. O jogo caiu. Não, eu realmente não sei se tem a ver com minha placa de vídeo. Eu espero que não. Pois é. Tá dando alguma coisa que eu não estou entendendo muito bem o que é que tá acontecendo. Eu vou tentar. Até o programa aqui da stream tá um pouco estranho. Deixa eu verificar aqui e vou ligar o jogo novamente. Deixa eu ver, eu ainda consigo ligar o chat. Mas eu não estou conseguindo editar as coisas no Streamlabs. Eu vou ver se eu consigo abrir o Streamlabs novamente através... sem fechar o que eu já estou transmitindo. Eu espero que não seja a placa de vídeo, eu espero mesmo. Pessoal, vou ter que fechar rapidinho a stream, mas logo em seguida eu já retorno. Se esse vídeo aqui fechar, é só vocês entrarem no próximo. Opa, perdão, estava sem áudio. Espero que eu esteja na mesma stream que eu estava antes. Caso contrário, talvez... Sim, voltou para a mesma stream de antes ou tá na mesma ainda, né? Pronto. Prontinho. Vamos agora ligar o jogo novamente. Eu percebi que o meu Discord estava aberto. Eu não sei se era o Discord que estava interferindo. Mas no caso do meu computador, não sei por que motivo... O Discord ele tem essa tendência a deixar meus jogos mais lentos. Então talvez possa ter a ver com isso. Aliás, acho que eu vou fechar o Genshin novamente e abrir ele através da configuração da placa de vídeo. Peço para aguardar só um momentinho. Vamos fechar rapidinho. Para eu entrar com a configuração da placa de vídeo, só para poder ter certeza que não vai acontecer nada. Qualquer coisa, se eu perceber que está travando novamente, eu vou abaixar um pouquinho os gráficos mesmo, para pelo menos a stream possa continuar. Peço perdão para quem já esteja assistindo, mas são coisas que acontecem. Beleza? Beleza, Irã Draume? Irã, perdão, você pediu que eu te chamasse só de Irã. E estamos voltando para o jogo depois desse pequeno problema técnico. Eu nem sei porque que o meu Discord ligou praticamente sozinho, deve ser alguma configuração que eu esqueci de tirar. Tenho que verificar isso depois para que não interfira em nada. Vamos afastar novamente essa barrinha. Prontinho, e estamos de volta. Bom, parece agora... eu virando aqui... Deixa eu fazer um bocado de pirocóptero bem rápido, só pra... ver como é que está. Só pra dar uma estressada na placa de vídeo. Só pra... parece que agora... Acho que o problema estava com o Discord mesmo. O problema estava com o Discord. Eu espero que eu não estivesse transmitindo nada pelo Discord. Eu espero. Enfim, vamos voltar para onde a gente precisa ir. É para ela mesma.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Então, qual é o trabalho que eu preciso fazer?
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Parece que o problema foi resolvido. Esse é o ponto de teleporte, mas não é o que desbloqueia a área. O que desbloqueia a área é aqui. Deixa eu rastrear logo ele, para pelo menos ter essa partezinha do mapa desbloqueada. Depois eu vou até essa tal dessa associação de comércio. Olha só, nós temos também aqueles negocinho de exploração, que era tipo geolocos e etc e tal, e por aí vai. Onde é que está esse? Tá aqui dentro ou tá lá em cima? Acho que tá cá em cima. Eu tenho que escalar aqui um pouquinho. Acho que está em cima de tudo, na verdade. Bom, eu creio que eu vou ter que dar uma voadinha pra cá mesmo, então... Vamos ressoar com essa estátua. Pronto. Caramba, ó. Quanto espaço de mar. Será que dá pra pegar o barco e vir daqui até ali? Eu espero que dê. Será que já dá pra o Traveler fazer a ressonância com essa estátua? Vamos ver. Dá. Só pra ele ficar na história os poderes elétricos. Voltar pra minha equipe original. Pegar umas conquistazinhas. Não, não é isso, é conquista. Prontinho. Verificar se o multijogador está para rejeitar. Está, rejeitar, ótimo. Não vai ter nenhum troll. Vamos subir nessa árvore. E vamos esperar que eu consiga. Vou conseguir, vou conseguir, vou conseguir, vou conseguir, vou conseguir, vou conseguir, vou conseguir. Não consegui não.
Não consegue, né?
Mas eu vou. Ah, já sei o que fazer. Oh meu... Ah, meu Deus, Shang Ling, você tá... Sobe direito nessa desgrama dessa árvore. É sério? Tá de brincation with me, né? Vamos terminar de subir essa estátua. Pronto, eu acho que daqui a gente consegue chegar lá. Aham! Conseguimos! Esse negócio ainda tá um pouquinho alto. Provavelmente... Não, acho que dá pra pular ali e pegar. Deu. O primeiro Electroculos. E vamos lá continuar a missão de história. Eu creio que eu tenha que conversar com alguém. Eu ainda não entendi muito bem o que eu tenho que fazer nessa missão. Eu tenho que buscar o alvo dentro dessa área. Ok. Será que é algum desses aqui? Não. Ah. Ah, será que é dentro dessa casa? Será que dá pra entrar nela? Presidente da... Ah, esse mesmo.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Felizmente, nós tínhamos amigo conosco.
Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly.
Não,
this vendor
Monopoly é o
keeps
nome
pushing the
de
price up, and we have
jogo.
no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to.
Aquele joguinho que a gente joga de tabuleiro. Isso aqui é Monopoly. Ou, se você preferir, é o que a Disney está tentando fazer com todas as plataformas de filmes. Plataforma não, estúdios de filmes e etc. Isso também é um exemplo de monopólio. Compra tudo pra ficar um só. Mas, Disney, se você quiser me patrocinar um dia, eu não disse nada disso, viu?
It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
Este é um tratamento absurdo.
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly. But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
Tentemos o nosso melhor para negociar com a Comissão Kanju.
But Kreisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
Right, and besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay, well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it! We're on the case!
E vamos procurar esse comerciante.
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Opa, será que tem mais artefato? Não, nenhum artefato. É você? Tem cara de ser ele. Mas... Tigress Lee. Ainda não foi traduzido o nome dela. Mas vamos falar com esse cara, que esse cara tem cara de... Aqui ó, cheio dos cristais aqui.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Ei, você não me reconhece? Eu sou mediador daqui, tá vendo? Eu sou mediador.
Haha, very funny. Real fixers don't need to refer to themselves that way. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. So, what do you need with me?
Gostaria de perguntar onde você importa suas mercadorias.
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret, got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Você pode reduzir os seus preços?
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Kurisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy.
Bom, vamos falar com o Toma.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Vamos lá, atrás do Toma. Pagode soteropolitano, né? Pra quem não mora na Bahia.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
Ele por acaso não seria também de Mondstadt?
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Bom, eu vou voltar e falar com ele novamente.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Ah, tá próximo ainda.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
Foi o vento que me trouxe de volta aqui para falar com você.
Huh? Where's this coming from?
Talvez uma peça de música de um bardo chamado Vente, que por acaso ele é o deus... uma música de um bardo seria perfeita agora.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
Tenho que dar alguma coisa pra ele. Ah, isso daqui é uma coisa de Mondstadt.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
Deixe o vento levar.
Ah, my hometown, the home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
Feche seus olhos e abra a boca. Não, só feche seus olhos.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
Ouça com atenção. Por acaso isso aqui não parece familiar?
You mean the sound of the ocean?
Peixe tigre frito, bem fresquinho. Olha esse cheiro, rapaz.
Leah Harbor.
Oh não, isso é
I can
Leo.
see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
Que as chamas da sabedoria nunca se espalhem. Oh, nunca não, sempre. Que as chamas da sabedoria se espalhem.
Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Liyue.
Pode ser também uma coisa de Leo.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
Muita gente lá fora sente a mesma coisa que você.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world. All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
E venha tomar um copo com seus colegas, amigos da associação.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
Precisamos de provas.
Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Caramba, toda essa missão aqui que eu tô fazendo até agora só nessa areazinha. E a gente ainda tem isso, quer dizer, isso tudo não, né? Porque Inazuma parece que é só essa área, esse resto todo é só mar, né? A menos que tenha alguma coisa meio que secreta por aqui. Mas, enfim. Agora, uma coisa que eu tô tentando ver é Inazuma não é tão grande quanto Liyue e a parte de Mondstadt, pelo visto. Porque, por exemplo, só em Liyue nós temos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dessas coisas grandes aqui. Mondstadt nós temos 1, 2, 3. Temos 4 em Mondstadt e mais uma na Espinha do Dragão. Se bem que a área da Espinha do Dragão parece pequena olhando no mapa, mas é uma área bem grandinha. Então talvez seja só impressão, que Inazuma não é tão grande assim, que é pequena. Ah não, na verdade Inazuma tem 3. Tem 3. É um pouquinho menor então do que as outras áreas. Essa área toda de mar aqui podia ser aproveitada, né? E já chegamos a 1h30 de stream.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Opa, cadê ele? Ai, não, 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 não! Droga,
Come
fui...
out, I can see you. Who are you?
Fui pego.
Why are you following me?
Uh-oh. Seems like he's noticed us.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers. Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
If you want to taste Mondstadt's great wines, then look no further than...
He's getting further and further away!
Now, who else is behind on payments?
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Should I choose?
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Huh? Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
Do you want to order some snacks from Inazuma?
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers. Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
It's not like I'll get any customers.
E ninguém fala de novo que eu não tava com o microfone, né? Meu Deus do céu.
Was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Olha a Shang Ling bugada ali.
If only we made less noise.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him! Too close!
Ah, não, 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 tô muito perto.
He'll notice us for
Não,
sure!
tô muito perto. Tô muito perto.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Huh? Where'd he go?
Ah, meu Deus do céu, de novo isso?
A moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Keijiro, it's him!
After him.
Devagarzinho agora.
If only we made less
E agora
noise.
vocês estão com áudio novamente. Fui beber água, tirei o microfone e esqueci de abaixar o microfone. É por essa razão que eu preciso de um microfone de fato, sem ser de headset. Pra não acontecer problemas como esse.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
Eu espero
All the
que...
better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who...
Too close. That's too close. He'll notice us for sure. He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little. He's getting...
What was that sound?
Quiet. Don't let him find us.
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
Agora foi.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look? Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Paimon sempre gananciosa, né? Isso é seu objetivo, Paimon?
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses.
Você que está quebrando as regras aqui, Kenjiro.
And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that samurai and the commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Esse não é aquele rapaz
We were
que
just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my
tava
utmost
naquele
to lend them
torneio?
a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You Outlanders have no respect for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Primo, sabe, assim, teoricamente...
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young...
Mostrando item que eu não sei o que é. Parece leque, alguma coisa assim. É, parece leque.
lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. He's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
What was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know?
Sobre a Comissão Yashiro.
Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted, too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend.
Então, assim, como assistente dele, estamos ajudando você ou ela?
You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery, but the main thing was I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt Decree...
Eu nunca ofereci a minha ajuda.
That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading.
Tenho apenas objetivo, conhecer a Shogun Raiden.
Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going.
Mas...
Huh? What's up?
Forasteiros não podem sair de Rito.
Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so... did Toma forget that too?
Esta deve ser a próxima parte daquele teste que ele quer fazer.
Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the score! Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
Missão concluída.